Kelly Osbourne turns 40 with dramatic transformation after weight addiction battles. Kelly Osbourne celebrated her 40th birthday on Oct. 27, spending time over the weekend with her famous family at a party at the Bird Streets Club in West Hollywood. The outing was a fitting celebration for the milestone birthday, as Kelly originally rose to fame with her father, legendary rocker Ozzy Osbourne, mother Sharon, and brother Jack at her side. The star, who has tried her hand at a number of careers in the entertainment industry, of course, looked remarkably different from how she did when the family's reality show, The Osbournes, premiered in 2002. She was only 17 when the show began. In photos of her arrival at the venue, Kelly was seen wearing a form-fitting floor-length gown. The dress also had long sleeves, with a low neckline that showcased her cleavage. Her hair, which is blonde rather than the purple she usually seems to favor, was worn in an updo and tied with a black ribbon. She kept her makeup more on the neutral side, with black eyeliner and nude lipstick. The look was considerably more classic than viewers may remember from the early days of her time in the spotlight. Then, Kelly dressed in a much more alternative fashion, at times having black, blonde, or red hair, and typically wearing very heavy makeup. She also looked slimmer than ever, after revealing earlier this year that she had lost a considerable amount of weight after giving birth to her son, Sydney, at the end of 2022. "I know everybody thinks I took Ozempic. I did not take Ozempic. I don't know where that came from," she told Extra in April. "My mom took Ozempic." Kelly explained, "I had gestational diabetes, and I had to lose the weight that I had gained during pregnancy. Otherwise, I was at a higher risk of actually getting diabetes, which I did not want. I cut out sugar and carbohydrates, and I rapidly lost weight." She also had a non-surgical sculpting procedure done to tighten skin in various spots on her body, including on her stomach and neck. "I had the baby, and my stomach got so many stretch marks, and the skin, it looks like it lost its elasticity," she said. The television personality told Us Weekly for this week's cover story that while she has had similar procedures and some Botox, she's never had any fillers or plastic surgery. "I've always been really honest about what I've done and haven't done," she said. "I'll do injections all day long, but I've never done filler. Everyone's like, you've done too much to your face, and I'm like, actually, underneath all that fat, I was actually alright looking. My face changed shape when I lost weight." When asked whether she might get plastic surgery in the future, she answered, "Oh my God, I'm already there. There are certain things, like I don't want a flicky neck, so I'll get that cleaned up. I don't want jowls, which I feel like I'm starting to get. There's a way to do it gracefully. I don't want to change my face. I want to get my TS done. They look droopy and saggy, but I'm too scared. I'm already in pain, and what if it goes wrong?" She also told the publication that she's not currently focused on her weight, and she doesn't work out. "It's about making the healthiest choice in that moment, and sometimes I don't make the healthy choice. But if I fall off, I get right back on again," she said. The star has said that she's lost 85 pounds since undergoing gastric bypass surgery in 2020. In a 2022 episode of the Hollywood Raw podcast, she said, "I had surgery. I don't give a F what anyone has to say. I did it. I'm proud of it. I did the gastric sleeve. All it does is change the shape of your stomach. I got that almost 2 years ago. I will never, ever, ever lie about it, ever. It is the best thing I have ever done." Kelly also said she had to do stand-alone therapy for a year ahead of the surgery, explaining that the procedure cuts out this hormone that if you have addiction issues, it stops your craving and it makes you not emotionally eat, which is a huge problem for me. She added, "All it is a push in the right direction. It doesn't solve all your problems. It's not a quick fix." While she's been open about her struggles with weight, she's also been open about her struggles with addiction. She said on the podcast that before she could get her body healthy, she had to get her mind healthy, and the first step of that was getting sober. In a 2021 episode of Red Table Talk, Kelly admitted that her addiction first began when she was 13. After a really bad case of tonsillitis, she underwent surgery, and as she recovered, she was given Vicodin. After taking Vicodin, Kelly said that she started taking another opioid, Perc-OK. She eventually began using heroin because it was cheaper. At 19, she went to rehab for the first time, something she said in an episode of TMZ Investigates Matthew Perry and the Secret Celebrity Drug Ring last month was like university on how to be a better drug addict. She added, "I'd learned so many tricks, so many things that I never even thought of from my fellow addicts that were in there. I'd also seen people threaten to leave until they got given what they wanted, whether it be Ambien for sleep or Valium for nerves, they'd end up getting it." She went to different rehab facilities 7 times over the years, finally becoming sober in 2017. In 2021, she briefly relapsed, only telling her Instagram followers about the slip-up when she was already back on track. "I am sober today and I'm going to be sober tomorrow, but I've learned it truly is just one day at a time," she shared on the social media site. She told Extra at the time that she had had a nervous breakdown that led to her temporary lapse, explaining, "I'm that girl that when everything is going great, I need to F it up a little and make everything a little bit worse in my life. I am an addict and had thought that I had enough time under my belt and I could drink like a normal person, and it turns out I cannot and I will never be normal. I don't know why I even tried it. It's not for me, and it took me a matter of days, and I was like done not doing this. I am just so grateful for every mistake I made, for every lesson learned, for all of it. I have such an incredible life," she told Us Weekly, later adding, "Turning 40 is the opportunity to be the real me and say goodbye to all of the past. I get to start again. I used to carry around the shame of being an addict everywhere with me, and it was a heavy burden to bear.